Huge Foundry VTT news! Foundry VTT is now officially partnered with Wizards of the Coast to bring official content for Dungeons & Dragons to the VTT, which means that there is a hefty update to the D&D 5e game system on Foundry and an official D&D adventure available right now. For those of you who run D&D games on Foundry, let me go through exactly what this new partnership with Wizards of the Coast means, and you're going to want to stick around until the end of the video because I'll go through why you might want to hold off on updating your D&D 5e game system, for now at least. Hi there, my name is Fondue. I run this channel called Dice and Easy, where I give you tips and tutorials for running your TTRPG games digitally. I have over 400 hours using Foundry VTT, and I love showing you how to get the most out of this virtual tabletop. So if any of that interests you, hit that subscribe button down there. With the recent announcement of the official WotC partnership, Foundry VTT will be getting two main benefits. One, better support for the 5e game system, and two, official D&D adventures. In the past, the 5e game system on Foundry has been mostly fan-supported, with changes and updates being dependent on volunteer work, but now the Foundry team is officially supporting the system, meaning they have just added things like new character sheets, grouping actors as a party, and better automation to the game system. I'll go through the D&D 5e system update in detail in just a moment. Also, previously, if you wanted to play D&D 5e adventures on Foundry, there was no official way to do this. You would either have to add everything into Foundry yourself manually, or use something like my Roll20 import guide to bring official D&D adventures from Roll20 over to Foundry, which of course was not an official method, let's be real. But now, Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk is available officially for Foundry, including maps, tokens, and more. I'll go through this in detail later in the video as well. They didn't confirm this, but I would imagine that this means that other adventures will officially come to Foundry in the future, but that remains to be seen. Okay, with that overview done, let's go into the nitty-gritty details of the D&D 5e game system update. The 3.0 release of the D&D 5e game system is a huge update that brings with it new features and the official D&D 5e support. The first thing you will notice is that the character sheets have been completely reimagined. The standard character sheets now sport a gorgeous and stylish look with improved organization of information and tooltips. Your players are sure to be impressed. Second, you have the ability to designate a group of actors as the party, which will allow you to automate experience, currency, and loot distribution, as well as GM-friendly automation for skill checks and saving throws. You can add your players to the party for this improved automation to work. Next in the list of new features, we have container items, which will allow you to bundle other items and currency together. For example, if you would want to create a treasure chest with certain items in it, or a shopkeeper with certain items to sell, now you can do so with container items. With version 3.0 and beyond, the GM can now easily, with the help of a new role syntax, request for players to make ability, saving throw, or tool checks against a configured difficulty class. This new feature also allows you as the GM to easily check which party members have passed or failed a passive DC check. Something that has been sorely missing from the Foundry D&D 5e game system is an easy way to reference the game rules, and now that is here. References to the game rules like status effect conditions, terrain types, and cover mechanics now expand into elegant and helpful tooltips. These rule tips are supported both on the new character sheet as well as in journal entries whenever such rules are mentioned. This should make running games just a tad bit easier and smoother. One thing I really didn't expect in the 3.0 release was a new rendering engine for official D&D creatures and NPC tokens. What this essentially means is that these official tokens will use a new system allowing for the token ring, background, and creature artwork to have special effects or usability prompts. For example, a creature's token ring could have a special visual indication when the creature takes damage or receives healing. Do note that this new feature is limited to tokens in premium content modules, i.e. official 5e materials that you have to purchase. And finally, we have something coming to the game system that is near and dear to my heart: automation. This update develops and strengthens the foundation for role automation, allowing Foundry to provide more automated guidance for role outcomes and paving the way for future updates with features like automatic resistance and vulnerability application, expanded use of active effects, and automated damage application workflows. I can imagine a future where the 5e game system itself takes care of most of the automation that is now handled by other modules like MIDI-QOL. Now, this all sounds great. You might already be rushing to update, but I'm here to tell you to hold your horses, because there is a very important reason why you might not want to do that yet. And you might have guessed the reason not to update: modules. With these big changes, especially to role automation, many modules will either partially or completely break. The following modules are ones that I know do not support D&D 5e version 3.0 and beyond: Chris's Premades, Defred's Convenient Effects, Dynamic Effects using Active Effects, also known as DAE, and MIDI-QOL. There might be more modules that don't support the new version of the game system, and other modules that rely on modules that do not support 3.0, like MIDI-QOL, will also probably break. You have been warned. So what this update mainly seems to break are modules that deal with automation of D&D 5e's mechanics. If you don't use any of the above mentioned modules and don't generally have modules for automation, you should be fine. Whether you decide to update or not, I highly recommend you make a backup of your game worlds regularly. I'll leave links to instructions on how to do that in the description below. Of course, I cannot promise that your specific modules that you use won't break because of this update, so, be careful. Now then, let's talk about the details of the official Phandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk Foundry module. So you can now officially buy Phandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk as a premium Foundry module, which means that you will get the entire adventure diligently converted into 56 journal entries encompassing 550 pages of interactive, interlinked, tooltipped, and shareable content, placing all the details of the adventure right at your fingertips. On top of that, you will get all of the maps of the adventure as enhanced Foundry scenes, meaning that each scene has been enhanced with tiles, lighting effects, and macros to provide immersion and automation. All scenes are fully integrated with the dynamic lighting engine, including walls, doors, light sources, fog of war exploration, and weather effects. This premium module also includes over 150 high-resolution tokens, which are integrated with the new D&D system's dynamic token engine, which allows for those special effects on tokens I mentioned earlier. You'll also get 12 fully implemented backgrounds, which integrate with the character creation workflow in the D&D 5e game system to easily create new characters. And lastly, the premium module includes 159 unique portraits for important characters and deadly adversaries that your players can encounter throughout the adventure. The module also includes 73 pieces of immersive, environmental, or narrative artwork that depict moments from the adventure, many of which are full-size originals revealing details not present in the print edition. Clearly, a lot of work and care has gone into this premium module, and I expect to see other adventures coming officially to Foundry with this new partnership in place. Let's summarize what this new partnership between Foundry VTT and Wizards of the Coast means. A big update to the D&D 5e game system brings things like new character sheets, grouping actors as a party, and better automation, meaning that Foundry now officially supports the D&D 5e game system. However, you might want to hold off on updating to this new version of the game system because it breaks automation-focused modules like MIDI-QOL. Phandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk is now available as an official premium module for Foundry with plug-and-play scenes, modules, artworks, and more. In the future, we will see more official D&D content coming to Foundry VTT. There you have it, a quick breakdown of the details of this new partnership between Foundry and WotC. How does this partnership make you feel? Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. And while you're down there, I would kindly ask for a like and subscribe, as those small deeds help my videos reach more people. Personally, I'm of two minds on this partnership. because I'm not a fan of WotC, the company, with their recent antics with the Hadozi, the OGL, using AI in Big B Presents Glory of Giants, and many other things that have been happening. I just really dislike WotC, the company. And I think there are better games than D&D as well. But I know that many people want to play D&D and they want to play it on Foundry, so making it more accessible on Foundry is a win, and I know this is a big step up for the Foundry team as well, and I'm happy for them, so that's why I'm a bit conflicted here. Oh, and I should mention here at the end that Foundry said that the 5e rulebooks won't be coming as premium modules to Foundry because the new core rulebooks are coming later this year, except for the Monster Manual, which got pushed to next year. And those will then be available as premium Foundry modules in the future. All right, on the screen right now, you're going to see another video of mine where I interviewed the creator of Foundry VTT, where we talked in depth about what is in store for the next major version of Foundry VTT, version 12. Check it out if you're interested in what's coming next for Foundry. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.